Hello and welcome to a new Photoshop tutorial with PSDBox. My name is Andrei and today I will show you how I made this manipulation in Photoshop. So I'm going to show you how to create this pirate scene. I'm going to use the same canvas size, so I will select all and go to edit and choose copy merge. That way I keep the canvas size, so when I press Ctrl Command N, you can see the canvas size it's here. Let's name this pirate PSDBox and let's press enter, and this will create our new canvas. We're gonna start with the boat, so I'm gonna go to my resources folder. Here you have all the images. I forgot to add the sky, but I will add it as soon as I finish recording this tutorial. So we're gonna start with this boat deck here. I'm gonna select all, Control C and Control W to close, and I'm gonna paste it here. Position, but for that we have to add our pirate here, because that will help us create a better perspective. And use the quick selection tool to create a raw selection around this, or you can use the pen tool if you're patient enough. After you create the mask, don't apply it, just keep the mask because we need this black background. Is I'm gonna grab my pirate from here because it's already extracted and masked, so I'm gonna move it right over here. So this is my pirate extracted. You can see part of the ring is missing. The edges are not really good at all, as you can see right over there. So as I said, I made this with a quick selection tool, so the edges are not precise, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna use a technique. Let's now change the position of the bow. Let's raise it a bit. What I want to do is deactivate the pirate for now, because we have to create the sky. Copy. And I'm gonna paste it right over there. I will change the blend mode of the boat to multiply. We don't have to create any mask at all. You will see that right now. I'm gonna change the boat layer to multiply. And as you can see, the ropes are still visible. I will double click on the boat layer. This will open my layer styles. And here I will use a color overlay. The color that I use is still here the last time I used this. The color code is 1A6391. Blend mode multiply and opacity 43%. And with this, what we achieve is this blue tone, and it darkens the whole image because we use the multiply blend mode. And this is perfect for what we need here. The sky, maybe it's a bit too dark here, so I could probably select it and use a levels adjustment. I'm gonna raise the midtones just a bit, or maybe the highlights. Okay, so once you have that, you can reactivate the pirate layer. I want to blur the whole thing here, the background and the boat as well. I'll just go to filter and choose blur gallery and fill blur. Let's add the moon now. I'm gonna open my resources folder again. I'm gonna use the magic wand tool, and you'll see that why I'm doing this in just a second. I'm gonna move this whole layer to my canvas. Now, I don't want to create difficult masks, so in order to make the moon like it's behind the boat and behind this ropes here and these things over here, I'm gonna use the blend if option. So I'm gonna put the moon over here, and I'm gonna open the layer styles of this layer. And here on the blending options, down at the bottom here where it says blend if, we can use these sliders to make the moon blend with the image. And if we want darker parts of the moon, like you can see this area over here, to blend in, we have to use this layer because we are on the moon layer styles. So we can say to Photoshop that if this is black, blend it with the background. So I'm going to move this like that. You can see if we press and hold the Alt key, we can split that and create a better transition like so. I'm going to use the same fill blur, and I'm going to use 10 pixels. Now a few adjustments to the moon. I created the color lookup, night from day, and you can see how now it becomes blue. And I'm just going to drop the opacity to 30%. Let's move on, and I'm going to duplicate the layer of the pirate because remember we have the layer mask. And I'm gonna delete the layer mask. Now you can see the background here is black. So in order to make this disappear, I'm gonna change this to screen. And what happens is that the black background goes away, except part of the brighter tones here. So that's why we need to use let's use some levels on a destructive way, pressing Ctrl Command L. Here I'm gonna darken the midtones a bit. So I'm gonna create a layer mask for this pirate copy, and I'm gonna delete this bottleneck with this brush because I don't want it there. Actually, we can even delete parts from over here. Let's create some light effects for our pirate. I'm gonna go into the pirate layer. That's not the pirate copy, and I'm gonna double click here to open the layer styles. And here we're gonna use two inner shadows. Well, first color overlay. So let's check color overlay, and I'm gonna give you the code for the color that I have here. It's 365969. So this blue tone, and I'm gonna change the blend mode to color and set the opacity to 25%. Now for the light effects on the pirate, I'm gonna use inner shadow twice. So the first inner shadow, I'm gonna give it a color. I'm gonna set the color blend mode to color dodge, distance to 36 pixels, and size to 59, choke 0. I will change the angle to 180 degrees. And the opacity, let's say, has to be higher. Let's leave it to 75, the default. So now you can see on this left side, we have this light effect there. The second one will be on the right side. So the second inner shadow will be the F7B1A, this orange. For this, we're gonna use 0 degrees because we want it on the right side. Color dodge, and I'm gonna use this at 70%. Maybe we're gonna drop it a bit. Distance 21 and size 67. Now I'm gonna click OK, and these are the light effects that I added to my pirate. The next thing I'm gonna do is add some adjustments to my pirate here. Let's group this here. And the first one will be a hue saturation clipped to the pirate, and I'm gonna set the saturation to -27. Create a stamp of everything. I'm gonna press, with this hue saturation layer selected, press Shift Alt Command E. Now with this layer created, go to Filter, Other, and choose High Pass. And I'm gonna use 8 pixels for the radius. This creates this sort of HDR looking effect. And I'm gonna change the blend mode of this, overlay or soft light. Yeah, soft light looks okay. Let's add the rudder over here. And let's see the amount of blur. 10 pixels, I think it's gonna be enough. So what I have to do now is go into the color overlay and change this to multiply instead of color, and increase the opacity, and you can see how it darkens it. On the inner shadow, I'll probably have to use a brighter tone here. You can see how the light brightens up if you use a brighter tone, and the same on the other light. Great, now this is the final stage of our manipulation. What we want to do is go from this to this, and this is what we're going to see on this final stage. The first adjustment that I want to add is a curves adjustment. So we're going to the blue channel, get the bottom left point, move it up a bit, and then move this down. And this is how you create a split tone effect, something like that. And you can see the effect before and after. Let's move on and add a color lookup. We're going to use the edgy amber, and we're going to set it on overlay, and we're going to change the opacity to 10%. And then another color lookup, and this time we're going to use a preset called DK79. You have it on the resources folder. Lower the opacity to 30%. Another adjustment is a gradient map. On the left here on the shadows we have black. The second point is the code is 112235, and then another point over here with a different code 207C5A, and the last color, which is the highlights, the code is, click on the color, and the code is FFB-D2F. I'm going to change the blend mode to soft light, and I'm going to change the opacity to 40%. And this is what we got with all of this adjustment. Let me group them and show you the before and after. So that's all for today. I hope you liked this tutorial. I hope it was not too advanced. That's all for today. I'm Andrei from PSD Box, and we'll see you on the next tutorial.